Where do you come down on the idea of a Jalen Hurts extension this offseason?
So I understand that, he has a good agent and they're probably going to push for this as they should because he's certainly earned it with his success just in the, short time that he's been the starting quarterback for the Eagles. That being said, I think back to something Howie Roseman said at the very end of his and Nick's, postseason postmortem press conference where he basically said after talking about, he was asked about AJ Brown, he was asked about the draft, what they're looking for, the coordinator, of course, and he kind of like went back on something he said, or I guess like hedged it a bit and said like you have to look at the pendulum here. So the defense got really young and cheaper because they focused on defense, in the draft. And now they're going to have to pay a few of those defensive players who are coming up on their contracts. And now the offense, they're going to look to get younger and cheaper. So I think extending Jalen Hurts doesn't necessarily fit that, plan to get younger and cheaper on offense. I'm not saying that they're going to trade him or not pay him, but I could see a world in which I know you guys were talking about, is it they're reworking his contract, so maybe they give him an extension, but it doesn't kick in like a Lane Johnson type contract reworking for Jalen. I would just expect to see most of the money invested in the defense this offseason versus the offense. So just something to keep in mind as we debate Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown and all these offensive players.